Today, we will be discussing two lures that take place in Westfield, New Jersey. The two lures we will be discussing are the Watcher House that took place in June 2014 and the John List family murders that took place November 9th, 1971. The first lore that we will be starting with is the Watcher's House.
In June 2014, Maria Broaddus, her husband Derek, and their 3 young children were getting ready to move into their new home, 657 Boulevard in Westfield, New Jersey. The 6-bedroom, $1.3 million house was their dream home, located only a few blocks from Maria's childhood home in what was then the 30th safest town in America, according to the website Neighborhood Scout. A mere 3 days after closing the sale, before the Broaddus family had even moved in, a letter arrived at their new mailbox. The new owner was written by hand on the envelope in thick, clunky letters. The typed letter began, quote, "Dearest new neighbor at 657 Boulevard, allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood," end quote. The letter, however, was anything but welcoming. It went on, quote, "How did you end up here? Did 657 Boulevard call to you with its force within? 657 Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now, and as it approaches its 110th birthday, I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. My grandfather watched the house in the 1920s, and my father watched in the 1960s. It is now my time."
With the identity of the Watcher still being anonymous to this day, there have been quite a lot of rumors and speculations on who it could be. Rumors surrounding people such as their next-door neighbor, Michael Langford, who has always been seen as strange but harmless, as he's always seen walking through people's lawns and looking through their windows time from time. Not just Michael, but his sister, Abby Langford, was also speculated to be a prime suspect to be the Watcher after woman DNA was found on one of the letters sent to the house. Another speculated person is someone who has been given the name The Gamer. The Gamer is someone who lives down the street from the family who is into very dark video games, and in which one of those games he plays as a character called The Watcher. Another highly speculated person is now author Robert Kaplow, as back then, Robert used to be an English teacher who was seen time from time telling his students about how he was obsessed with one house and how he used to write a whole lot of letters to one specific house and how he was obsessed. Now, we will be moving on to the John List family murders.
Westfield police officers arrive at the request of neighbors of the Breeze Knoll Mansion to do a wellness check after noticing no activity in the residence for over a month. Police are informed the lights in the mansion have been burning 24 hours a day. In fact, they've been burning so long, many of them have begun to go out. Neighbors fear something is wrong. Gaining access through an unlocked window, police make their way inside. They find the mansion unusually cold and can hear music playing. One of the officers would later explain it as the sounds of a funeral dirge. As they continue their search, they enter the ballroom, where they are met with a sight that none of them would ever forget. 4 bodies lying on the floor wrapped in sleeping bags, placed side by side. As they pull back the covering of the sleeping bags, they discover 3 teenagers and an adult female, all shot at close range. Inside are the bodies of 3 teenagers and an adult woman. They would later learn the bodies were Helen List and her sons, 15-year-old John Jr., his 13-year-old brother Frederick, and 16-year-old sister Patricia. Their father, John, was not amongst them. As police continue searching, they make their way to the 3rd story, where they find the deceased body of John List's 84-year-old mother, Alma, also shot at close range. Now police must make a determination if John List is also a victim, or is he the killer? However, their question is soon answered when detectives discover a letter written to the pastor of the local Lutheran church. Not only in this letter is a confession, but an explanation. The letter is dated November 9, 1971, leaving detectives with the chilling truth that John List is now on the run, and even worse, he has a 1-month head start.
Although John stated one of the reasons for him killing his family was for religious reasons and for how they would abandon their religion in the future, it has been rumored that the only reason John truly killed his family was to get out of the financial problems that they were struggling with. Some rumors have tried to defend John and say that it was just him experiencing some PTSD from his past life in the military.